Broadcasting from under the roof of Marlins Park as we are ready for game time. Tonight, the first of this 3-game weekend series between the LA Dodgers and the Miami Marlins. Two great hitters lead their teams to battle next on MLB Network. Dan Straley is ready to go as he'll be on the mound for the Marlins. What do you have for us on him, H?
Well, Matt, we're catching the guy who's throwing the ball really good right now. His ERA is under 3 the last 3 outings, so he's keeping his team in the game and giving them a chance to win. He's got to get some run support. We see that today, then we may see him walk away with a W.
Now to the plate, Chris Taylor. He'll get us started in this one under the lights.
Number 3, Chris Taylor.
Underway now on a Friday night as the first pitch of our series misses for ball 1. This Marlins ball club, Harold Reynolds, as they begin play here tonight, they come in looking to make it 2 in a row as they were winners last time out.
Yeah, Matt, I mean, this is the club that's in the middle of the season now, and we've been watching them up and down. They're in 3rd place. They got to get on a roll because you got to track 2 teams down now, kind of put themselves in a situation where can't lose many games moving forward.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Got a big pass at a slider that gets past him. 1-2, here it comes. Line drive to center field. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. So the leadoff man reaches base to start out the first.
Wow, that was a crazy at bat. He swung at every pitch out of the zone. He finally got a pitch in the zone and drilled it for a hit. Sometimes it's better to swing than to take.
Here's Corey Seager, and what a season he's having. Entering play, leading the league in 2 of the 3 Triple Crown categories. And he lays off there 1-0. Batter pitcher numbers against Dan Straley. He's gone 2 for 6. Well, time to look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Dave Lawrence.
Now, Matt, Dave Lawrence is going to remind you a lot of James Kingsley. He comes from that old school of you hit your spots, he's going to call it. He has a tendency to call one side of the plate a little bit more than the other.
Inside, and he falls behind the hitter now 2-0. Nobody out, runner on first. Called a strike on the inside part of the plate. 2-1.
Love the pitch call there. 2-0. You know the guy's geared up for a fastball, and you drop a changeup in the zone. That's going to be a tough pitch to handle.
The 2-1 on its way. And he'll stay alive here, but just barely as this ball's chopped foul at the plate, and the count holds at 2-2. Here's the pitch on 2-2. And another foul ball. Now another 2-2. And that one never threatened the zone. It's gone full now to 3-2.
I understand pitching carefully to this guy in the box, but the man on deck doesn't represent any relief either. He's going to have to go after one of these guys.
He's ready. Now the payoff pitch. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Yelich racing back, but he won't get there as it lands just shy of the wall. And they've really got something going here. Runners at second and third to start the inning.
They come out of the gates being aggressive at the plate, and it's paid off for them. A single and now a double. Runners at second and third with all kinds of momentum on their side. A base hit scores 2. We'll see if they can cash them in. Stepping in now, Justin Turner.
And there's a base hit as that gets through into left. In to score, the runner from third. And not in time as the run scores.
Well, you love to jump out to an early lead in the first inning. Right there, 2 runs will give you that little bit of cushion to see if the game gets into a good flow for you.
Now at the plate, Cody Bellinger. And with numbers like those, he's putting himself in contention for some Rookie of the Year hardware if he can keep it up. Here comes the first pitch. A high fastball is in there.
Well, you can't fall back any further. This team they're playing right now is just too good. They're one of the best teams in the league, and they capitalize on mistakes. You got to get out of this inning if you want to have a chance to win this game.
On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Looks at a slider over the outer half for strike 2.
Well, it's awful difficult, Matt, to hit when you find yourself down 0-2, but particularly when you haven't even swung the bat yet. Now you're in protect mode, and you haven't taken one swing.
Oh, and he dusted him off the plate that time. Some mind games being played now. It's 1-2.
Yeah, when you're almost hitting guys, that's a sign that you're a little bit too jumpy out there to start the game. So that's a good move by the guy behind the plate to just come out and talk to him and encourage him and settle him down a little bit.
A runner at first with no outs here. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out. The chance now for the Los Angeles Dodgers starting lineup. What do you think they need to do to keep this winning streak rolling, Harold?
Well, Matt, they've really been struggling the last 3 or 4 games to score runs. They haven't been able to execute a bunt. They haven't been hitting, running. They haven't been doing the little things that maybe might jump them. And the biggest thing, the power has disappeared. So they've struggled the last 3 or 4 games.
At the plate, Logan Forsythe. And as you take a look at the splits here, he's actually better against right-handed pitching this season. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And a good fastball there, but this just misses the zone for ball 1. 1-0 count. Here it is. And that one right down Main Street.
That's a fastball right down the middle. Now, you might be able to get away with it in the first inning. Guys are still filling him out. But if he's going to have success in this game, Matt, he's going to have to be on the corners with that fastball.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Line drive to left. And that'll get down for a base hit.
Obviously, this is a pitcher's nightmare, but it's a manager's nightmare, too. It's only the first inning, and your starter has already given up 4 hits. The last one, an absolute frozen rope. The last thing he wants to do is get someone up in the pen, but he might not have any other choice.
Here's Jock Peterson now. He's a long ball threat, of course, currently number 4 in the National League home run race. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner.
And in the first inning, with this guy already looking a little shaky on the mound, I'd have to think you'd have to throw him a strike right here. He hasn't proven to me that he can even get one in the zone yet.
The 1-0 delivery. And that one stayed too low, apparently.
Well, I know the last thing he wants to do is load the bases right here. So the pressure is on right now to get back in the strike zone.
Started that swing a bit too early.
Boy, what a time to pull the string on him. On 2-0, there's no way anyone's thinking changeup. So if you can locate it, that's pretty much unhittable.
First and second now, one man out. Can't connect there. It's 2-2.
He had some really good late action on that slider right there. It's hard to do anything with that pitch unless you're sitting on it and catch it out front before it breaks all the way in.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. Doesn't offer at the circle change there, and it goes full 3-2.
Well, we got a big pitch coming up now. That's ball 3 right there. And look at, with this situation with 2 guys already on, you don't want to load the bases. You got to come after him, make him swing the bat.
To right field and way out of here. Look at this thing go. Gone all the way into the upper deck. So it's a 3-run shot to straightaway right field. Number 22 on the year. And with it, the Dodgers have opened it up to a 5-0 lead.
Well, with a 3-2 count and only 1 out, he knew that he was probably going to see a pitch in the zone, but he could not have hoped for a better pitch to drive. All aboard the RBI train.
Here's the catcher, Yasmani Grandal.
Number 9.
As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. The numbers for him certainly look good. He's at .327, 21 homers, and 51 runs batted in. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. That missed. Close. It's ball 2.
Well, not a great spot to be in right now. 2-0 to a great hitter like this. This is when you really have to pay attention as a pitcher. And if you have good off-speed stuff, this might be the time to start mixing in your off-speed stuff.
Too high, and it's 3-0. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. Coming up now on 30 pitches in the inning. And a called strike on the outside corner there. It's full now, 3-2. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Yelich on the move. And that's the second out of the inning.
Batting 8th, the right fielder, number 66, Yasiel Puig.
In now is Yasiel Puig. Batter pitcher numbers against Dan Straley. He's 1 for 2. He also has 1 home run. Into the windup and the pitch. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone. The windup and the 0-1. And that slider's almost in the dirt. 2 out, nobody on. Ground ball sent back up the middle. On to first, and it's in time as they're finally able to retire him. But not before 5 crossed the plate, with the big blow being this 3-run home run. Home half of the first coming up from Miami. It's the Dodgers 5, the Marlins coming up. You're watching Major League Baseball on MLB Network. Brandon McCarthy will be on the mound for the boys in blue. Harold, any thoughts?
What I like about him is his maturity. You can tell that from a pitcher, how they pitch on the road. He has pitched really well on the road and been able to focus, and I think he'll carry that same trend into this game as well.
Here's D. Gordon now. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Leading off for the Marlins, second baseman, D. Gordon.
And he holds up here, but the pitch is a cold strike anyway. Harold, you look at this Dodgers team as they enter play here tonight. All you can really say is they've been on one heck of a run.
They look like the best team in baseball right now. Every team sits out and says, can we win double digits in a row when you put your roster together? Can our rotation go through and win a couple games each? Well, that's what this club is doing right now. They're in double-digit territory of a win streak, and when you're doing that, you're doing everything right.
Softly hit out toward short, and that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. So after the leadoff base hit, they'll have his wheels to contend with here.
Little soft liner right there dropping in the outfield. He didn't hit it hard, but sometimes those little soft singles get rallies started.
In is Christian Yelich, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. 276 the average coming in for him. 6 home runs, and the RBI count at 35. Nothing in one count. Here it comes. High in the air out to center field. Peterson has a read on it. He's got it one away. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up. We have a moment here in Miami to take a look at the Marlins starting lineup. Who are you focused on, Dan, please, Zach?
You know, I think everyone should keep an eye on Christian Yelich. He's one of those guys you want at the plate in those big game-defining moments. He's such a clutch hitter. I love watching him in those situations, and hopefully we'll have that in this game as well.
Giancarlo Stanton now. He enters this one second in the National League round trip category. First pitch on its way. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw way late, and he's in there easily at second.
It's a little surprising to see them risking base runners by stealing down this many early in the game, but they're choosing to be aggressive. Might work out if they can drive him in now and chip away at that deficit.
He's set. Here's the 0-1. A swing and a miss just out in front of that fastball. Well, we'll give you a look there at the graphic. He picks up stolen base number 28 on the year. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And he gets a piece here as this ball is fouled away. A swing and a miss for out number 2, and a ball he had no chance of making contact with.
Pretty textbook breaking ball for the punch out right there. Got it to bend a lot, and by the time it got there, it had fallen completely out of the zone. Not much you can do with that pitch.
Stepping in, Justin Bour. He comes in currently tied for third in home runs on the team. First pitch of the at-bat. And he swings on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. And they go right after him here as he swings and misses. Strike 2. Well, as demonstrated there, that's a tough pitch to do anything with.
Oh, you think? If you've got a good fastball like he does, that location can be really effective. It looks so tempting to the hitter, but making contact on that pitch can be very tough.
Can't get him to chase. It's 1-2.
I like that they went away with that pitch right there. They really tried to tie him up on that previous pitch, so he was probably what we call inside conscious. He didn't get a strike there, but I'm guessing he was looking for another ball in.
On the ground up the middle, and this gets right through him, and that may be a run. And the runner from second is in to score. That makes it a 5-1 contest.
Well, when you've got a guy with speed like that, he's going from second to home on a base hit just about every time. The top speed here on show track is about as fast as you'll ever see, and he ended up making that play not even close.
Here's Marcell Ozuna. He's currently tied for second place on the team in home runs. First pitch coming. Here it is. Now this is chopped fouled at home plate. It's 0-1. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. One and two now.
Well, that fooled him right there. Clearly, he was not sitting on that curveball. He couldn't pull the trigger.
Here's the 1-2. 1-2 is the cut fastball, but he holds back 2-2. And this is going to be a foul ball. Another 2-2 offering. Tried to hold back, but this is popped up. Turner is there, and the side is retired. So they pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. Second inning coming up here in South Florida. It's the Dodgers 5 and the Marlins 1. So striding forward now, Brandon McCarthy. He'll lead it off here to begin the second.
Brandon McCarthy.
Now here's the pitch. Second inning starts with a fastball that misses. It's 1-0. Here it comes. Line to the right side. A diving try, but he can't haul it in. It's through for a base hit.
Well, they thought the inning was going to be set up nice. The pitcher's leading off. You get a quick out. Instead, he gets a base hit, and now here comes the top of the order. Look out.
Standing in now, Chris Taylor, as he'll take a look at a strike right down the middle. It's 0-1. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. The 0-1 delivery. Lined hard toward right center. And that's in for his second hit of the afternoon. The relay, but he'll be in there with a double.
Everyone knows that this guy's numbers are not where he wants them to be so far this year, but you never know by that swing. He looked fluid and confident driving that pitch for a double. We'll see if that gets him going a bit.
In now, Corey Seager, as the changeup to him drops in there for the first strike. 1 for 1 as he reached base with a double his first time up. The 0-1 on its way. Inside with the slider, and that'll back him up a bit.
Well, giving up hits is one thing, but judging by that last pitch,
He doesn't have any consistency with his release point right now. He doesn't know where it's going, and he knows it.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2.
That's the perfect pitch after you've just brushed a guy back. The hitter probably isn't sitting up there thinking you're going to flip something soft up there.
Here's the 1-2 delivery. Low with a fastball that time. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And this is fouled back and out of play.
Oh, that's a good sign right there. After the fastball, he gets that changeup and he stayed right on it. Just couldn't keep it fair. He's seeing the ball well, though.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. And here's a slider that runs inside that time, and that'll keep him from diving out over the plate.
With the meat of the order due up next, you could probably expect to see something you can handle here with the full count as the 2-hole hitter.
Ready now with the payoff pitch. And he misses with it. Ball 4. So that'll load the bases. And now he's really going to need to get a ground ball. Well, Dan, do you agree with the timing of the visit from the pitching coach?
You know, that's sort of a tough one since it's only the 2nd inning. But I think it's about knowing your pitcher and how they respond. He's had some struggles here, so I think he's just reminding him to let those go and focus on the next batter.
Digging in to try it again, Justin Turner. Coming off the clutch 2-run single his last time up. And he'll lay off a fastball here in a good spot, but ruled the ball 1-0.
This situation right here, 1-0 with the bases loaded, you got to stay patient. Just be specific and patient. Get your pitch, but make sure it's where you want it.
A ball and no strikes. Here it is. Now this pitch sails up and in, and that leaves him muttering to himself. It's ball 2.
I'll tell you, there was intent behind that pitch. I'm not saying he was trying to hit him, but when you're facing a guy like this, you don't want him to get too comfortable in that batter's box.
Hitters count. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0.
A lot of times you'll see the take sign after 5 straight balls to start the inning, but with the middle of the order up at the plate here, I wouldn't be surprised if he's turned loose. Just has to be the right pitch to hack at.
Set to deliver on 3-0. Oh, and it misses. Ball 4, and that will force home a run.
And it's times like these that a pitcher feels awfully lonely. I can see why he didn't want to be too aggressive. Last thing he wants to do is give up a grand slam to a dangerous hitter, but walking in a run is painful too. And here he is again, still with the bases loaded.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Cody Bellinger. He hits here in a spot where he might be able to put this one out of reach.
Yeah, Matt, down 5, another run across here could very well put the nail in the coffin. Mentally, they might still feel like they've got a shot if they could get out of this jam, though.
Fouled straight back. The 0-1. Ground ball to second. This could be 2. Throw to first, not in time as the run is across to score.
Now batting.
Digging in for his second at bat, Logan Forsythe. He singled his last time up. He's set, and the pitch. This is skied into the air to straightaway center. Catch made in center. Here comes the runner from third. And the runner scores from third as they extend their lead. It's an 8-1 ball game.
Hey, one of the things you want to do as an offense, right, is stay fundamental and keep pushing. A great job there. Sac fly pushes the third run across in this inning.
Well, now the Miami manager's up out of the dugout and on his way out to the mound. And a change is in the offing. That's going to be all for Dan Straley. Probably wishes he could have gone a little longer, but the move's already been made, and he's off to the showers. Severino Gonzalez is going to come on in relief now, and he may be asked to eat several innings as this game is just still really getting underway. Trying to pick things up where we left off. Jock Peterson, 3 across so far in the inning, and another 2 out there on base.
Yeah, Matt, and this inning's really starting to get away from them on the defensive side of the ball. Stranding the rest of those guys out here feels absolutely essential for them at this point.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. A tough sinker on the inside corner.
That's a nice job of getting ahead right there. This is a tough situation he's in. He's going to have to use all his pitches to get out of this jam.
3 runs already home here. Hit in the air out to center field. Catch will be made here. Tagging is the runner from third. And they'll extend their lead even further as the run's in to score from third. It's a 9-1 ball game.
Hey, usually when you score a lot of runs in one inning, like this inning, you're doing a lot of things right. And how about this? A sac fly to drive in another run. They have to be happy with this.
Striding in once again, Yasmani Grandal. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner.
Great spot with that pitch down and away. He'll be fine coming out of the bullpen in this one if he can keep hitting that spot.
Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one. 4 runs here in this half inning. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and it's 1-2.
We are watching him reach back and just challenge it with the fastball. Now we got a 1-2 count, and that's 3 fastballs in a row.
The 1-2 pitch. And a neck-high fastball that time. Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swinging a soft liner, and this will be taken down no problem for the final out of the inning. So they nearly bat around here as 8 men come to the plate, and they push across 4 runs. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2. LA's on top, 9-1. Stepping up now, JT Realmuto. And as you check out his righty-lefty splits, no surprise that he hits better against southpaws than he does against right-handers. Into the windup and the pitch. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Here's a blooper out toward left center. Seager ranging into the outfield. 1 out.
All right, time for the majestic defensive alignment for the Dodgers. In this day and age, when teams are moving all over the place playing the shift, these guys are old school, very traditional. You don't see the shift applied very often to this club.
Martin Prado now. He begins play in this one with his batting average over the .310 plateau. And a ball, 1-0. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. A knee-high sinker, tough pitch, strike 1. 1-1. Here it comes. Wouldn't bite on a good sinker that time that missed.
Well, he clearly read the scouting report. This guy's been sizzling hot, and look at how careful he's been pitching him.
Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. A fastball that just misses inside. Adeiny Echeverria, the number 8 hitter here, waits on deck. Into his motion. Here comes the 3-1. Takes a look at a strike over the inside corner. Hit on the ground to short. On to first, and there were 2 down.
Batting 8th, the shortstop, Adeiny Echeverria.
Here's Echeverria now. The average just a few ticks shy of 300 for the season, so perhaps a hit or two in this one could put him up over the top. Into the windup and the pitch. Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Now a swing and a little flare out to left. That gets down, and the inning continues.
When you're hot, that's what happens. Balls like that fall in for you. When you're cold, that gets caught. This is a hot streak he's on right now, so you take advantage of it. Ride it while it's good.
Into the box, Severino Gonzalez, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. Here comes the 0-1. A wave and a miss, a tick behind a good fastball.
Well, that's 2 impressive fastballs. 2 mid-90s fastballs just reaching back saying, I dare you to hit it. Finds himself in a nice 0-2 count now.
Here's the 0-2. And a ball popped foul to the right side, out of play. 2 out with the man at first. Cue shot here out toward short. And the pitcher's got himself a base hit.
That is a big hit right there. When you can help yourself out, a little 2-out base hit, extends the inning, brings the top of the order up now.
D. Gordon.
Stepping in now, D. Gordon, as he'll take a look at a sinker here, too low for ball 1. A base hit in his first trip. One-0 count. Here it is. Lifted the other way to left center. Peterson on the run. He makes the catch. What a play on the run to end the inning. Marlins strand a pair. They trail big. It's 9-1. Digging in, Yasiel Puig.
Leading off for the
0-for-1 here in the early going.
The right fielder, number 66, Yasiel Puig.
Now a swing and a fly ball. Stanton is after it, and it's a foul ball. The windup and the 0-1. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. 1-1 pitch and a good sinker there, but he can't find the zone. 2-1. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Here's a swing and a ground ball hit to Prado at third. And the throw is wide as it pulls the first baseman off the bag.
Man, this is a perfect summary of how the game has gone for him. They haven't been able to hit, catch, or throw all game long. In fact, they should just throw a 10 over this thing because this has become a three-ring circus.
Digging in, Brandon McCarthy. He singled and scored in his first appearance in this one. And they indeed have the pitcher bunting here as he gets this one down. Flip to the second baseman covering now for the out.
Now batting, left fielder, Chris Taylor.
Stepping up to the plate, Chris Taylor. He doubled earlier and carries a 2-for-2 line into this appearance. And this is low, ball one. Runner at second here with one man out. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. And this is popped fouled off to the right and back into the seats. Ready with the 1-2. Little chopper back his way. Throw gets him, 2 down.
The batter, number 5, shortstop.
Here's Corey Seager. He reached on a walk in his last time up and later came around to score. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Ozuna is under it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. So no runs on no hits. One error in the inning, but a man left stranded. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. Dodgers lead this one 9-1. With Harold Reynolds and Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian with you as the left-handed hitting Christian Yelich settles in to start out the inning. First offering on its way. Looks at a sinker on the outside corner.
Tell you what, having a big lead early, sometimes that's not always the best thing. But I think what you got to do is still focus on one at bat, one pitch at a time, and not allow a big inning coming at you.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Hit out towards second. One away.
The right fielder, number 27, Giancarlo Stanton.
Ready for another chance. Giancarlo Stanton. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First pitch of the at-bat. First pitch is a sinker for a called strike 1. Bases are empty, one man out. And this catches the inside corner. Good spot there. It's 0-2.
So far in this game, he's the only guy in the lineup that's gone down on strikes.
Yeah, and he might strike out for a second time right here.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Now a swing and a hard hit grounder. The 0-2 once more. Looked like a cut fastball there, and he got him to swing through it for the second out.
He's just got great strikeout stuff. In his last start, he racked up double-digit Ks, and it looks like he could finish up in that range again here. He's really an exciting pitcher to watch when he's sending guys packing like this.
Standing in now, Justin Bour. As he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty, it's strike 1. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. This is swung on and lifted down the left field line, but it'll get back into the crowd as he jumps ahead of him now. 0-2. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Marlins. They trail big. It's 9-1. Ready for another shot now, Justin Turner. And to start out the inning, it looks like they've decided to stick with the same reliever out there, Dan.
They have, Matt. I think the way he pitched the last inning kind of inspired that. But it's not uncommon for relief pitchers to have troubles after they sit and watch their guys swing the bat a bit. We'll see if he stays as sharp as he was before.
Into the windup and the pitch. And that misses, ball 1. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. And this inning starts with a solid base hit. So it's a base knock to lead off their half of the 4th. So another multi-hit game for him as he's aboard here in the top of the 4th inning. And we'll call up our Dodger leaderboard to show you that his total ranks in 3rd best on the squad. Coming to the plate now, Cody Bellinger. He's got an RBI despite an 0 for 2 effort to this point. First offering on its way. And he bangs it into center field for a base hit. Now a long throw to third. And now they'll have runners at the corners to start off the inning.
Well, that's back-to-back singles and first and third. So right here, you got a pitch to get a strikeout, and then the next hitter, hopefully you get a double play, you can get out of it. But right here, you got a pitch to get the strikeout to set up a chance to get out of this.
Into the box now, Logan Forsythe, as he will take a fastball in there at the knees for strike 1. Runners at the corners here, nobody out. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Catch made in center. Here comes the runner from third. They'll cash in here as the run is in to score from third. Here's Jock Peterson now. 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning. First pitch coming. Here it is. Drilled to first. Echeverria for 1. Back to first, but a good job to break up the double play as he couldn't make an accurate throw.
Well, he definitely rushed himself on that return throw to first there, and he threw it away. They got to force at second, and the runner didn't advance, so it'll just be scored a fielder's choice.
Here's the catcher, Yasmani Grandal. Lays off 1-0. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. One 1-0 pitch on the way. Lifted the other way out to left center. Peterson rounds third and is digging for the plate. And this hops over the wall out there for a ground rule double. And maybe a tough break as that'll freeze the runner at third with 2 gone. In now is Yasiel Puig. And on the first pitch, he grounds foul. The 0-1 pitch. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Hoping to limit the damage. Here's the pitch. Takes this the other way to right. And that will fall in front of Stanton. It's a base hit. And they'll extend their lead even further as the run from third is in to score.
Cardinals sin, Cardinals sin. You got an open base with the pitcher on the on-deck circle, and you let him get a base hit. That just can't happen.
Into the box, Brandon McCarthy, as he'll come up empty there as he misses the off-speed pitch for strike one. Nothing in one count. Here it comes. And he chased up and out of the zone. A swing and a miss.
Obviously, he wants to help himself out right here. With 2 strikes, that's going to be difficult to do. Let's see if he can put the ball in play.
The 0-2 home. And a big strikeout there as they'll leave a couple of runners on base, and after a good start to the inning, they can't capitalize any further. So it's 2 runs on 4 base hits, no errors, and a couple of men left on. To the bottom of inning number 4 we go. The Dodgers lead it 11-1. Here's Marcell Ozuna. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
The fourth for the Marlins, left fielder Marcell Ozuna.
Hits the bottom of the strike zone here with the sinker. Strike one.
I really love the way he's attacking hitters on that first pitch. It's over 80% first pitch strikes in this game, and that's why he's having such great success.
And this will be fouled away. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Tried to get him to chase the cutter there. A ball and 2 strikes. 1-2. Here it comes. Boy, good cutting action to that pitch as that's the first out of the inning.
I'll tell you, it's hard to get more of a confidence boost than striking out the best hitters in the lineup back to back to back. He's looking really sharp right now.
Coming to the plate now, JT Realmuto comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Into the windup and the pitch. And this is going to be a foul ball in amongst the spectators. Here's the 0-1. Tough one to lay off, called a strike.
Tell you what, I'm already taking inventory in the 4th inning here, Matt. His secondary pitch has really been effective. He's used it well. He's getting a lot of good results from it. I just wonder if they're going to make an adjustment as the game continues.
Lifted down the line in right and back out of play. Count holds it 0-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch.
Nope, that's a ball.
And a fastball just a bit up.
Well, it looks like he tried to waste one and get him to chase it. He didn't, but you're still sitting pretty. Now you're 1-2, and you showed him the high fastball.
Swing and a miss at the curveball, and there's your second out of the inning.
Well, he's really rolling on the mound right now. All you have to do is look at the last 4 hitters for evidence. All 4 of them have gone down on strikes, as you're seeing here. That's not easy to do, so you know he's got to be pretty dialed in out there.
Martin Prado now. As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory.
Matt, I tell you what, I love how he's pitching right now. He has continued to pound that first pitch for strikes. When you do that, you set yourself up for great success.
Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Laid off as it caught the inside corner.
Wow, he's cruising right now out there. 4 straight punch outs and working on number 5.
1 run, 4 hits, and 1 error so far for the Marlins.
And here's a ball hit in the air. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. Miami down in order. They trail by double digits, 11-1. Ready once again, Chris Taylor, 2 for 3 with a double on his line so far.
Chris Taylor.
First offering on its way. Ball 1.
Well, that ball's high as a strike in the zone can go, but umpires don't like to reward pitchers on that one. They want to make you get the ball down, so he called it a ball. Throw it down, you'll get the strike.
That's wide, 2-0.
Marlins have some action in the bullpen now as a right-hander is up and throwing.
From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Stanton has a read on it. Looks it into his glove, and there's 1 gone.
The batter, number 5, shortstop, Corey Seager.
Ready now, Corey Seager. 1 for 2 with a double on his line thus far. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Here's Echeverria at shortstop. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
Now batting, third baseman, Justin Turner.
At the plate, Justin Turner. Couple of singles to his credit thus far. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball.
You know, that can really be an effective pitch to a guy that has a lot of pop. They're up there looking for a fastball up in the zone, so if you can place it a little above it, they have a hard time getting the barrel up there.
That's a ball.
And that misses 1-1.
Man, he wanted that pitch, and I can't blame him. When you're facing a good hitter like this, you want that strike. You need that strike. It's 0-2 instead of 1-1.
2 out, nobody on. Down low, 2 balls and a strike. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Hot shot down the line. A diving try at third, but this is by him, a fair ball.
Great effort by the third baseman. Pitchers love it when guys sell out for you and get
First
dirty.
baseman number 35, Cody Bellinger.
In now, Cody Bellinger, lifted out towards straightaway center field. Yelich is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. Dodgers leave 1, but they're on autopilot, 11-1. Standing in, Adeiny Echeverria. He'll try and do what he can to work toward cutting into this big deficit. First pitch on its way. A cold strike on the inside corner.
He hasn't used that pitch much this game. That's one he's been working on in the bullpen, and now he's brought it into the game. If he's able to incorporate that in his stuff, look out.
The windup and the 0-1. Here's a high foul ball as it finds a lucky fan in the upper deck for a souvenir. Here it comes on 0-2. tapper up the line, but that one rolls foul.
That's a nice job of staying alive. A 2-strike breaking ball just out of the zone. He was able to put enough on it to get another pitch.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And this one's tapped foul at home plate.
He's just fouling them off till he gets something he wants to hit.
The next 0-2. Curveball got him swinging for the first out. So yet another strong outing for him tonight as we show you the league leaders in ERA. And as you can see right there, he's up near the top in the National League, currently third best. Derek Dietrich will move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something started here with one gone in the inning. And a curveball drops in there for strike one. He'll enter play here with an average just over 250. 8 home runs, 18 driven in. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Pulls this one into the air out into right field. And that'll take care of the pinch hitter here for route number 2.
Now batting, second baseman, D. Gordon.
Digging in once again, D. Gordon. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. McCarthy's ready. Here's the first pitch. That's hit to short. Does he have another 1-2-3 inning? He most certainly does. 10 straight he's retired now as that ends the inning. 1-2-3 go the Marlins. They trail by double digits, 11-1. Junichi Tazawa gets the call to pitch here, and he'll try to sort this mess out. He's going to try to at least eat a couple of innings for his guys. Ready once again, Logan Forsythe. He'll start things out now in the top half of the sixth.
Second baseman, Logan Forsythe.
Up and away to start the inning. It's 1-0. Here's the pitch. Oh, tough to catch up when it's moving like that.
Beautifully thrown splitter right there. High 80s, down in the zone. Looks like a fastball coming in, and then it just drops off the table. You can get a lot of swinging strikes with that.
One and one. Here it comes. And he takes ball 2, and it's 2-1. Here's Echeverria at shortstop. He's got it. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the sixth.
Now batting, center fielder, Jock Peterson.
Digging in, Jock Peterson. He comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier. First pitch coming. Here it is. Takes a knee-high fastball. Oh, 1. Here's the pitch. Squared that one up just a little late. And now a pitch on the way. Swing and a little blooper to center. Here comes Yelich, but he can't make the play as it finds the outfield grass.
Well, he's known for hitting the ball out of the ballpark, but that just shows you how strong he is. He gets jammed. He's able to fight it off and flip it over the infield. That's a strong dude.
And prior to the first pitch, he'll look to first. And he'll dive back in safely. Stepping in now, Yasmani Grandal, batting left-handed here as he takes a look at strike 1. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. And a foul pop behind the plate. And he'll lunge out of the crouch to make the play for out number 2. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Yasiel Puig. He came through with an RBI single in his last at-bat. Here comes the first pitch. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike.
That's a big pitch right there. Now he's got him 0-1. And he still may not be comfortable. Even 0-1, he's still a pretty good hitter when he's down the count. This is a big pitch right here.
Liner toward right center. He leaps, but he can't get it. It's down for extra bases. Peterson is on his way home. But the throw will be well up the line as he scores easily.
When it left the bat, I thought the outfielder had a beat on it. Gave it a heck of an effort, going high for it, but he just can't bring it down. The run came across to score, and he's safely at second, hoping his teammates can return the favor.
Standing in now, Brandon McCarthy. And he'll promptly send it in the air out to center field. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Only one in the inning here for the guys in blue. To the bottom of the 6th inning. LA's on top, 12-1. In is Christian Yelich. And at this point of the game, I think it's clear that the plan of attack against the top of the order has worked.
Well, when you've only surrendered one hit to the top 3 guys in the order up to this point in the game, you know you're doing something right, Matt. You're spot on. Whatever they discussed coming into this game has worked out beautifully.
Here's the first pitch to him. Swinging a ball hit on the ground, but a foul ball here, 0-1. The windup and the 0-1. Drilled right back up the middle, and that finds its way through for a base hit. With that, the Marlins get a good start to the inning with their leadoff man aboard.
A lot of base hits up the middle. Set your sights up the alleys and try to take it back up the middle hard like he did right here. Nice job.
Giancarlo Stanton now 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts for him so far. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Chopped foul over towards the dugout. Oh and 1. Here it comes. And that one stayed too low apparently. The 1-1 pitch. Takes a good curveball at the knees.
Look, Matt, this guy's got a great sinker. Here's the key. He's got a runner on first base. This is where you can get that ground ball double play. Make him chase that hard sinker and hit it into the dirt and turn one over for you.
1 run, 5 hits, and 1 error so far for the Marlins.
And he struck out again. That's the 3rd time he's gone down on strikes in this one. What's your take on all the strikeouts we see in the game today, Dan? That was his 3rd tonight, and it seems we're seeing that a lot more these days.
Yeah, Matt, there's been a real change in philosophy as far as hitting in baseball today. A lot of guys think now that an out is an out. A strikeout is just as good as a regular out, but we're seeing strikeouts at an alarming rate in baseball right now.
First offering on its way. Justin Bour is in for the 3rd time now as he takes a called strike. It's 0-1. set to deliver the 0-1. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner.
That pitch right there, he's trying to keep him from getting his arms extended. If it's out over the plate more, he can obviously do a lot of damage with it.
Ready with the 1-1 pitch. Looks at a sinker on the outside corner. The 1-2 pitch. Hit hard but foul to the left, and they'll try it again. Runner at first here, 1 man out. And he struck him out. Strikeout number 8 now in the ball game for him. That's back-to-back strikeouts now, as they've been unable to advance that leadoff single into scoring position.
Yeah, clearly no problems working out of the stretch right now, Matt. He's taking control of this inning after giving up that hit. Now we'll see if he can finish it off strong as well.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Marcell Ozuna is in with 2 away as he takes a ball, 1-0.
I think he wanted that pitch right there, but you know what? He's been throwing the ball real well tonight, and he's been getting a lot of favorable calls from the umpire, too.
Pulled softly out toward right. In there, a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second, as there are 2 aboard now.
Well, he got jammed on that one right there, and he's just strong enough to muscle it into right field for the base hit. It's going to be a line drive tomorrow in the paper.
Into the box, JT Realmuto, as the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1. No hits to this point. Here's the pitch. And this ball's heading for the seats down the right side, as the count will move to 0-2 now. McCarthy comes set. Here it is on 0-2. And he's got himself another one as he picks up strikeout number 9 here, and the side is retired. Marlins strand a pair. They're looking up at a 12-1 deficit. Welcome back to South Florida. This one pretty much all over, but the shouting as we check our game summary to see how we've gotten to where we are. Digging in once again, Chris Taylor. He's doubled and singled in 4 at-bats in this contest.
Chris Taylor.
From the stretch. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. The 0-1 delivery. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Stanton has a read on it. And that's the first out of the inning.
The batter, number 5, shortstop, Corey Seager.
Here's Corey Seager. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. First pitch coming. Here it is. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. The 1-0 delivery. A fastball that just misses inside.
Well, that's good hitting. You know why? Because he's looking for one specific pitch. Those pitches are close. It looks like to us he's laying off them, but they're not what he wants, so he didn't swing.
And this is going to find its way into left for a one-out knock.
That base hit was screaming off the bat, and our show track technology more than confirms it. 111 miles an hour was the exit velocity of that line drive.
Into the box now, Justin Turner, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball one. Trying to keep it going. A perfect 3 for 3 thus far. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. Not close. It's 2-0. Here it comes, 2-0. Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. Runners on first with one down. Now a swing and a fly ball. Stanton on the move, but this is just going to wind up being a foul ball. He's set. Here's the 2-2. And that misses, so it's a full count, 3-2.
We could see the runner in motion here on a 3-2 count with one out. There's a pretty good chance he's going to get a pitch to swing at, and if not, it's ball 4 anyways.
He's ready. Now the payoff pitch. And that misses, ball 4. So it's first and second now with only one away.
First baseman number 35, Cody Bellinger.
Striding in once again, Cody Bellinger. In the dirt here, throw to third, and he will make it up to third here. Good instincts to take off on what should be scored a passed ball. 1-0 count. Here it is. Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Drifting toward the third base dugout. And that's going to land foul. He's ready. Now the pitch. And that finds the outfield grass for a base hit. And the runner from third crosses the plate. And the second run will score as well. And he is into second base with a 2-run double.
Well, you just keep adding on. That's how you win games. And he's a big part of it right here. That's his third RBI, and they extend the lead in this ball game.
Stepping in now, Logan Forsythe. Little dribbler down the line. That winds up foul. One out and a runner on second base. And a good idea to hold off on that swing. It's ball 1.
I like that check swing. He started to offer at the off-speed pitch, but he recognized it and was able to hold up.
Has a look. Now the pitch. On a rope to the second baseman. But the runner is back in time to avoid the double play.
Boy, every pitcher needs a little bit of help. How about this? This infielder makes a terrific catch on this line drive, probably saving a run from scoring.
Digging in and looking for more, Jock Peterson. He homered earlier and is 2 for 3 to this point. First pitch on its way. Swing and a little tapper, but it gets foul. Set to deliver the 0-1. Outside at 94, 1 ball and 1 strike. Two out here and a runner at second. A swing, and this ball is blasted to right field. Nothing's going to keep this one in the ballpark. And that's a home run into the top tank. A 2-run blast to straightaway right field. His second home run of the game as they just continue to pour it on here. I'm sure you know it's coming after that bomb. That's right. Let's check it out on Show Track. And as the numbers come in, we see it was projected at over 450 feet. An incredible home run to watch.
Now batting, catcher Yasmani Grandal.
Here's the catcher, Yasmani Grandal. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. Looking at a fastball for a strike on the corner. Well, they'll run this one in on him, and he can't connect, so he finds himself down 1-2 now. Hit back toward the mound. Echeverria has it. Throw in time for the 3rd out, but it certainly took a while as the inning is finally over. So it's 4 runs on just 3 base hits, no errors, and no one left. 7th inning stretch time here at the ballpark. Dodgers lead this one 16-1. Martin Prado now. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ball game.
Martin Prado.
Now we're going to have a conference at the home plate area, so it would appear that we'll see a double switch here. Ross Stripling will come on now, and he'll slide into the 7th spot in the lineup following the double switch. Austin Barnes is into the ball game as well, as he'll slide into the pitcher spot, hitting 9th now on the double switch.
Austin Barnes.
And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike 1.
Objective number 1 right here is finding a way to get on base. So I'm not surprised to see him taking on the first pitch there.
The 0-1 on its way. Looking at a tough pitch called a strike. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning. Didn't mess around much in that at-bat, Dan.
No, that was pretty impressive, Matt. I really like a pitcher that trusts and works off his fastball. And right there, he decided he didn't need to use anything else. 3 straight heaters and go grab some bench.
Here's Echeverria now as he takes a called strike at the knees. It's 0-1. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. And that misses downstairs for a ball, 1-1. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. And this is chopped foul near the plate, and the count will move to 1-2 now.
His timing looks good right there, Matt. That's falling up after a fastball. He still was able to get a piece of that breaking ball.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen.
No problems for him on the mound since he's come out of the pen to start this inning. That's back-to-back Ks, and he's making it look pretty easy. This has the makings of a good outing so far.
Ramon Cabrera will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here. And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. He'll attempt to put the ball in play for a change here with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning. Here comes the 0-1. Now a ball lined to the left side, but foul. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Hard hit ball to second. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. Miami down in order, and as you can see, they are way behind. Kyle Bearclaw enters now in a mop-up role as he'll try to keep the deficit right where it is.
Kyle Bearclaw.
Trying to pick things up where we left off. Yasiel Puig. He'll start things out for us here in inning number 8.
Yasiel Puig.
And that's taken for strike 1. Comes set with the 0-1. On the ground to the right side. Gordon able to get there. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8.
Up next for the Dodgers.
Well, there are blowouts, and then there are blowouts. And this, folks, is a blowout as you get a look at our line score. It's not often that you see a road team come into this place and put a whooping on these guys like the one we're seeing here tonight. Now to the plate, Austin Barnes. And he's getting his first plate appearance here in the 8th after entering off the bench just a little bit ago. And now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. First pitch coming. Here it is. And this is just off the outside corner for a ball, 1-0. Now the pitch. Very weakly on the ground. Throw in time as he's called out on a bang-bang play at first. And I thought this might happen based on how close that play was at first. The skipper's out of the dugout, and it looks as though he might decide to challenge that out call.
Yeah, he may, Matt, but I think he'll see what his replay guys think first. Looking at it again, man, I can't tell for sure if he was out or not. Tough call.
So here's the signal from the dugout, and it appears they will decide not to challenge the call on the field, so the runner is out at first. Standing in now, Chris Taylor, as he'll take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike 1. He's looking for his 3rd hit of the ball game here. Oh and 1, here it comes. And a neck high fastball that time. 2 out, nobody on. Grounded back up the middle. Played on the backhand. In a close play at first, but he's called out and the side is retired. 1-2-3 go the Dodgers, but not to fear as they hold a commanding lead. Digging in to try it again, D. Gordon. He'll get things started now in the bottom of inning number 8.
D. Gordon.
First offering on its way. Chop fouled over towards the coaching box.
Well, he got what he's looking for. He just got out in front of it right there.
Now the Dodgers get a right-hander up and throwing in their bullpen. Pitch on the way. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Taylor waits on it, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Up next for the Marlins, center fielder Christian Yelich.
Ready for another chance? Christian Yelich. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone. Oh, and you talk about a pitcher getting the benefit of the doubt. That's low, but called a strike anyway. 0-2 now.
2 tough pitches. Looking at both of them, they're both the same pitch, it looks like, in the same location. He just wasn't ready for it. You got to be ready for anything now.
Lifted in the air out to center field. Peterson has a read on it. 2 gone.
The right fielder, number 27, Giancarlo Stanton.
Ready for another shot now. Giancarlo Stanton. 3 at-bats for him in this one, all ending with him going down on strikes. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Takes a high fastball for a strike. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Way out in front.
See what happens when you work fast, you stay aggressive, and you come right after guys? Man, you get great results. 2 quick outs, and now he's 0-2 on this hitter.
Oh, 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. Nope. And that slider's almost in the dirt. One and two. Here it comes. And he'll strike out here yet again, as it's been a ball game to forget thus far. 4 strikeouts. 1, 2, 3 go the Marlins, and they remain well behind. Now the famous neon of Ocean Drive in Miami Beach. Welcome back to baseball on MLB Network. Now at the plate, Corey Seager. He's doubled and singled in 4 at-bats in this contest. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Line drive to left. Lands in for a base hit, and he's 3 for 5 in this one. So the Dodgers get their leadoff hitter on base to kick off the inning.
He gets another hit, his 3rd hit of the game. Now, he's been ice cold at the plate recently, so maybe we're seeing signs of him coming out of it.
Into the box, Justin Turner, as he'll take a called strike here on a borderline pitch at strike 1. Trying to keep it going. A perfect 3 for 3 thus far. Set to deliver the 0-1. Good hard slider there, but it runs away. It's a ball and a strike. Nobody out, runner on first. Hit sharply toward the right side, and that's in there. Base hit. Digging in now, Cody Bellinger.
Bellinger.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. I had him guessing that time as he's barely able to foul it away. A couple of men in scoring position here with none down. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Ready with the 1-1. Checks his swing here, but he does so in time. Oh, he wanted that one, but it misses for ball 3.
Man, I just think he's pitching scared. Look, he's getting hit a little bit, and now he's falling behind another hitter. Challenge somebody.
He's set. Here's the 3-1. Sent on the ground out to second. Throw to first is in time, but meanwhile the runner is in to score.
Well, that's a quality at bat right there. Brings home the run with a ground ball, but also moves the other guy over to the third base. Good job of keeping it simple there.
So digging in now, Logan Forsythe. Although there are a couple of bases open, and we'll see if they think about working around him. Chase Utley will grab a bat and pinch hit now, and he'll be looking for at least a fly ball as he's got a runner at third and only 1 away. And the first pitch is chopped foul right at home plate. It's strike 1. And he's got that batting line up near the 300 mark entering play. Ready with the 0-1. And this is popped up back behind second. Gordon backs up and takes care of it. 2 away.
Now batting, the center fielder,
Jock Peterson will get another shot at it here as we take you back to inning number 7. This was his second home run of the ball game, as he'd like nothing more than to make it 3 right here. First pitch has him dancing to avoid it. It's ball 1.
He went deep earlier, so that might have been a little bit of a message they were trying to send to get him off the plate. At the very least, they're clearly trying to get him from getting his arms extended again.
1-0 pitch on the way. May have gotten a piece of that one, but no matter. It's 1-1.
Matt, I thought they were working around him right here, and he went out and swung at a ball that wasn't even in the zone. So now he's letting his pride get in the way. If they're going to walk you, let them walk you.
Fouled back. A swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire the side. It's a run on 2 hits here for LA. One more shot coming up. Will go to the bottom of the ninth. Dodgers out in front, 17-1. Chase Utley will stay in the ballgame now as he comes on to play second here.
Now playing second base, number 26, Chase Utley.
Brandon Morrow comes on to start the inning, and he'll have a huge lead to work with.
Morrow.
Stepping up now, Justin Bour, starting things for his side in the ninth as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. These guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
And he'll take strike one on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. The windup and the 0-1. Hit hard to short. That's through for a base hit, his second of the ball game. Into the box, Marcell Ozuna. It was a single for him in his last at-bat. First pitch of the at-bat. Checks his swing, but this pitch is right there for strike one. Now the 0-1. And this is going to be fouled into the diamond level seats. From the belt, the pitch. Swung on and missed. Really fooled him that time for the first out.
It's so hard to hit when you're behind the count 0-2, right? You have to protect for the fastball. You have to look for the soft stuff down and away. You're really at a disadvantage when you fall behind 0-2.
In now, JT Realmuto as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Way in front of that fastball.
Well, he's been really cold right now, and again, he finds himself 0-2. When you're struggling, you don't get in hitters' counts, and the other thing that happens, they come right after you. They're not wasting any time coming after him.
Ready on 0-2. That misses, says the home plate umpire. 1-2. Where it misses, I'm not quite sure.
Oh, he thought he had him right there. I did too, but no dice.
And a good take there. Close, but it's 2-2. Set to deal on 2-2. And this is fouled at the plate. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Taylor is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up.
Third baseman number 14, Martin Prado.
Martin Prado now. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. First pitch coming. Here it is. And here's a fastball called for strike one.
Right there, Matt. You know, they get the leadoff man on, and they haven't been able to advance him. That's why they're not scoring runs. You got to hit and run still. Do something to get that runner moving. Get aggressive.
0-1 count. Here it comes. And this will be a called strike two. And trouble now as they're down to their final strike tonight.
He certainly hasn't been the aggressor in this at bat. 2 straight takes, so now we'll see if he can change his approach and battle up.
Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. And they'll just waste one there. 1-2.
Well, you don't want to get caught looking for the final out. That's a tough pitch to lay off. Impressive that he did.
ready to deliver the 1-2. Ground ball left side. And with that, I can finally say the 4 words I've had on my mind for what seems like an eternity. This ball game is over. 17-1 this evening. The Dodgers host road win number 40 on the year. Brandon McCarthy earns his 12th victory in the ball game. Dan Straley gave up a whopping 9 earned runs in the losing effort. So that just about does it. For Harold Reynolds, the lefty Dan Plesac, and the rest of our crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. Thanks for watching MLB Network.
The winning pitcher is Brandon McCarthy. His record is now 12-1. The loss goes to Dan Straley. He falls to 7-4. Time of the ball game, 4 hours and 17 minutes. A reminder that Marlins shuttle buses are available outside Marlins Park, with service to the Culmer Metro Rail Station.